Like many fans, I'm getting tired of trying to choose which tracks are least likely to get rained out each week. But things look good on Saturday for a trip to Hummingbird Speedway. Bruce Raybuck in the white number 10 would lead the limited late models to the green. Rick Maxim in the black 102 would work his outside, while the white number 1 of defending champion Dwayne Brooks moves to the inside. Brooks falls back temporarily as Raybuck and Maxim race into turn 3. Brooks makes it stick through the turn to take over second. Behind them, Jake Shady and Derek Rodkey get together, but they continue on. One driver always to watch at the Bird is Luke Hoffner in the 15. He started 13th after winning the previous week. Here the 55s of Jake Shady and Denny Fenton run 4th and 5th on the grid. Up front, Brooks takes the lead from Raybuck. As they approach traffic, Brooks squeezes ahead of the 10 machine. Maxim is still running 3rd when he can't avoid the spinning car of Todd English. Here's a close call for Hoffner as he races towards the top 5. Eventually, he would fall out of the race. For a few laps, Fenton tried the low side several times in an attempt to take 3rd from Shady. With 5 laps to go, Raybuck spins in turn 2 and gives up 2nd place. This puts Fenton on Brooks' back bumper. On the restart, Fenton dives low, but Brooks gains a little distance on him heading into 1 and 2. Brooks starts to open up his lead. On the last lap, he has to swerve to miss the 57 of Bo Lockwood. Fenton has one more shot at Brooks. Instead of challenging for the win, Fenton has to worry about Shady in 3rd place as Brooks pulls away. Dwayne Brooks survives a 2-lap shootout to pick up his first win of the season, while Rodkey pressures Shady for 3rd. Dwayne, congratulations on your first win of the season. Once you got to the front, you started to pull away there a little bit, but then Fenton started giving you a run for your money.
Yeah, we had a pretty good setup on the car tonight. We knew once we got out there, it wasn't spinning the tires very much and a lot of moisture in the track. The track crew here is doing a really good job on the track. It's the smoothest it's ever been. We always do run good here.
You're saying you got a good setup. It seems, from a fan standpoint, that the bottom groove is the place to be. Can you make the outer groove work here?
Yeah, the guys with the bigger motors can. I don't have quite the big motor cubic inches they do. We try and hug the bottom there a little bit, but if somebody passes me on the outside and they force you to go there, you got to go. You got to see what happens first. But if nobody passes you, here you really don't want to give up the bottom. And if you do, you're usually hung out to dry.
And that means sometimes protecting the bottom on those restarts.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, going into turn 1, you better be down low. You can hear them coming on the outside sometimes, but if you're not down low, you'll probably lose a position or 2.
And you got the points lead. Now this win will certainly help you. You're off to a good start this season.
Yeah, we're trying to stay steady with the points here. Last year we won the points championship. We're going to see if we can make it 2 in a row. I got a good crew behind me in that and a lot of support, and we're just glad to be here. It's 3 miles from my house, and we can't afford to race anywhere else really long distance, so we like running here. It's a great place to run.
Your top 5 in the limited lates are Brooks, Fenton, Shady, Rodkey, and Bob McMillan. In the street stock feature, the 77 of Chad O'Brien and T3 of Colton Gearhart started on the front row. Defending champion Joe Cott in the red number 37 quickly moves to the low side in an effort to wrestle second away from Gearhart. He would succeed. One driver quickly making his way to the front was the 69 of Brian Redd. Here he races the 137 of Jamie Price for the 4th spot. The yellow flies for Kyle Shannon as he comes to a stop in the infield on lap 3. 1 lap after the restart, we have several cars stopped in turns 1 and 2. When we get back under green, Cott goes to the outside of O'Brien to move into the top spot. O'Brien fights back on the low side of 1 and 2, but Cott holds the position. Later, Price would take away the 2nd position with this pass of O'Brien. On the next lap, Redd powers off of turn 2 and places himself in the 3rd spot. In the latter stages of the race, Redd has moved up to 2nd and has a shot at Cott on a restart. Behind them, Dan Smeal in the 44 looks low to take 4th place away from Gearhart. Price is in 3rd position just ahead of them. As the laps wind down, Kyle Shannon has recovered from his earlier spin to battle Smeal for 4th. Redd hung with Cott the rest of the race but had to settle for 2nd. The 3-way battle for 3rd was almost a dead heat. Congratulations, Joe, on your 2nd win this season. Now, you had to get by O'Brien, who you don't normally run against, so that had to make you a little antsy since you're not familiar with his driving style.
Yes, it did. I mean, I tried getting under him a bunch of times. I'd get a run, and the caution would come out. He was just leaving that lane open, you know, one car length open underneath him. I was trying to get a run under him. Then I got a good restart in that last one. The car was sticking up high, and I just kept working it. Track was real slick. You just had to play with the throttle.
The ones out front, Red gave you a run for your money.
Yeah, especially there towards the end. I drove a little too hard into one, got a little too sideways, and I seen his nose under me, so I had to get on a little harder just to keep ahead of him.
Now, I talked to you after a victory last year, and you forgot to thank some people, so before we go, you better make sure you thank them.
Yes, I got to say a big thank you to my boys, Joey and Dale. They give me a good luck hug every week. And I want to thank my sponsors, Rick Peters Auto Body. Thank you very much.
So Joe Cott is your winner, followed by Brian Red, Kyle Shannon, Jamie Price, and Dan Smeal. The Pure Stock race featured a little bit of beating and banging. In the waning laps, the Red 46 of Dustin Challingsworth was able to hold off the hard-charging Mike Calhoun in the Blue 25. Steve Arthurs in the 0-1 challenged Calhoun for second as the laps wound down. Challingsworth collected his first feature win. Congratulations, Dustin. Calhoun held on to second ahead of Arthurs. Matt Heindel and Jeremy Buck were fourth and fifth. As we go to break, here is the top 5 in the 4 cylinders. We'll be right back.
Family fun starts at Jake's Karts. Choose a kart from their showroom or have one custom built to your specifications. Custom paint, lift kits, wheels, tires, and rear seats are just a few options. Go ahead, shake it up. Whether you are camping or trail riding on any terrain, Jake's Karts has the perfect kart your whole family will enjoy. Stop in today for a test drive. Financing available for qualified buyers. Jake's Karts, Route 522 McBaytown, online at jakeskarts.com.